This is the Marvel Legends Iron Man celebrating 20 years of the original ToyBiz Marvel Legends company way back when the 6-inch figures or the 1/12 scale figures were not the norm for action figures. They were well ahead of their time. People were grabbing up ToyBiz figures and they were selling for what, $7 or $10, I think. The most they were going for was like $14, and it was crazy cheap back then. And they had those clamshell packaging, very reminiscent of what Hasbro has done with this one. So kind of a retro type of packaging for this Iron Man figure. Now, I never had the ToyBiz Iron Man with the Tony Stark head and that this armor, this version of Iron Man. I just never had it. I don't know. I've seen it in conventions and all that, in toy conventions, but never really picked it up. So kind of glad I had this. I have this one. I picked up this figure from a hobby shop called Babe's Children's World. If you watch my videos, my toy hunt videos, when I go to Green Hills, that's one of the shops I do feature on the videos. Hey, wait a minute. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Something's missing. Oh, man. And it's perfectly sealed, and I can't believe I didn't notice this. This is missing a blast effect. It's got to be a factory error. I mean, I can't win. It's not even funny anymore. I mean, I know it's my fault. I didn't check it, but I was so busy looking at the chest, and this was the most perfect one. The perfectly painted bolts and a perfectly painted arc reactor with a perfectly painted helmet. I did not see this. Well, that sucks. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you know my bad luck with Hasbro, and this is this is not even funny anymore. Oh my god. Hasbro. Okay, so I went back to the hobby shop, Babe's Children's World, and I told them about my predicament, and luckily they had a few more pieces left in stock, and I was able to exchange that factory defect with a new one. And this one, you can obviously see, has complete accessories. I made sure to check everything, and it has both the blast effects in it. It was a strange case. Normally, you know, I usually get the pieces broken, or never actually had something missing like that was right in front of me and I missed it. Man, lesson learned. So make sure to check your figures, all the accessories, before you actually purchase them or stuff. Okay, so let's crack this guy open. Now, I was wondering how I was going to do this. I did not want to cut through here, so what I did was I just inched my way to just tearing up the back part underneath and off to the side, just enough so you could pry both pieces of the cardboard card apart, and you can remove the tray, get rid of this, and basically you can kind of still display it. Yeah, you'll see the tears here and there, but it kind of still feels like a whole clamshell package. And here is the ToyBiz 20th anniversary Iron Man out of packaging, and the figure is gorgeous. If you've never picked up a classic version of the Marvel Legends Iron Man, this is the perfect figure for you to pick up. Assuming you can find it for a very good price, or a decent price. It's an amazingly well done, well retooled figure, I should say. Despite using the recycled legs and arms, this figure has a completely new torso and hip sculpt, as well as that new fantastic head sculpt or helmet of the Iron Man. So the figure comes with a base with peg holes you can stand him on, which has the old ToyBiz Marvel Legends embossed on it. And it's got a reversible backdrop. I can't recall Hasbro ever giving us a diorama or backdrop for Marvel Legends figures that look like this. So you can reverse it to have the Stark sign, I guess, on top of his building. I'm a little bit partial to the comic book cover of Iron Man, and he does come, as I said, with an alternate head, and then he comes with two blast effects, which I noticed one was missing with the first time I bought it. It's a recycled bit of translucent plastic that we've seen from other figures. He also comes with two pairs of hands, just like the 80 years anniversary Iron Man. He's got the closed fist, clenched fist hands, as well as the non-articulated, non-hinged open repulsor blast hands. I wish they could have given us the ones that had a hinge, the one they gave us for the modular armor, but I guess they just decided to recycle most of what we got with the 80 years Iron Man. He also got this recycled smoke effect, which you've already seen with the Riri Williams figure. Let me give you a good look at that Tony Stark head sculpt. The copy I have has his eyes looking a little bit upward. I saw a couple stocks that the shop had, and most of the head sculpts were really painted like this. His eyes is a little bit looking upwards, I guess when he's like flying or something. I guess it could work. It's got a mustache instead of a goatee, and it's got really long wavy hair that has a blue wash on it. I guess that's how he looked like in the comic books. Articulation for the figure. The neck is on a hinge. That is on a ball joint. Shoulders, you go in and out, forward and backward. You got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, ab crunch, ball jointed hips, forward and backward, in and out, thigh swivel, double jointed knees. You got the calf swivel. This one's assembled properly or fixed properly, positioned properly when you take it out of the packaging. The ankles can go up and down and have the rocker tilt. On my copy, the ankles were a little tight. I had to just pry them loose just to get them going, but pretty tight. Overall, much of, at least the arms and legs, I don't see any mold degradation. They're still all very tight. They're painted in this really nice high gloss yellow. It's like banana and lemon curd yellow, and you really want some, it's like when you see it, you want either a banana split, or it kind of reminds you of some lemon squares or just lemon cupcakes. Oh my goodness, it's just, it makes you really salivate when you see this guy. It's got maybe some strawberry jam, red, glossy red on his torso and the hands. Just really a delicious looking color palette on this figure. And for some comparisons, here is the ToyBiz 20th Anniversary Iron Man with the 80 years Iron Man, the Stealth Armor Iron Man, and the Modular Armor Iron Man. You can clearly see, like I mentioned earlier, that the legs are the same, the arms are the same, but they've remolded this torso, and I'm really liking how they did it. It looks so comic book, classic Iron Man look to it. And this one, I do like it. It does reflect how he did look in some at some point in the comic books. I love the rings on his shoulders and all that. They're a little bit more pronounced with these two figures, but this one, they made it a little bit more subdued and a little bit more subtle, which I really like. It feels like his armor is a little bit more thinner with this one, just like how he looked like in the comic books, because the armor was really sort of like just an extension of his skin. It wasn't really something like this one, which was bulky and clunky, and I really like how they did it with this one. And it's been a while since we've had an actual classic mask or helmet with the pointy ears. I know we've had one for the movie figures back in the day, I believe, but it wasn't as accurate or as really retro looking as this one. So really liking it. I was afraid they were just going to redo and just repaint a lot of the parts, but given the fact that they've remolded a lot of pieces with this new figure. It really warrants a second purchase. To show off these head sculpts. I don't know. I do like I like this this sort of 90s or mid 80s look of his having just a mustache and long hair, but I'm really partial to the more Howard Stark looking Tony Stark head sculpt. Yeah, but it is a very good head sculpt. I mean, given the fact that at a certain point in the comic books he did look like this and he did look like this, it's a great addition to your collection of Iron Man Marvel Legends figures. And yeah, this new head sculpt does have a lot more expression than the previous head sculpts we've had. So very cool. So yeah, I'm really digging it. And so some final thoughts on this 20th anniversary ToyBiz Marvel Legends Iron Man. I think it's a great figure. I think it's absolutely well retooled, coming from the original mold of the 80 years anniversary Iron Man. I'm glad they've given us a lot of new pieces like the torso, the new head sculpt, both unmasked, and the new helmet, the classic looking helmet. I just really love this figure. The figure is going to get a 10 out of 10. If you are a big fan of Iron Man and you collect the Marvel Legends figures, you have got to pick up this figure. Just don't pay scalper prices for it. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this new 20th anniversary ToyBiz Marvel Legends Iron Man. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.